Let's start with what tonight is not about. Fundamentally, tonight is not about politics, nor is it really about the law. It's about science. And for that reason, it doesn't really matter whether you're for or against surveillance, because by the end of this debate, we'll have established that the proposition is not really a choice between privacy and security. It's rather about more security or less security. Here's the problem. We're in the midst of the greatest crisis in computer security in history. One of my greatest critics, personally, Director of National Intelligence, General James Clapper, said just months ago, a lot of people find this surprising in our post-9/11 world, but computer security bumped terrorism out of the top spot on our list of national security threats. Now, let me underline that. Our intelligence agencies say computer security is a bigger problem than terrorism, than crime, than anything else. The backbone of computer security today is encryption. Encryption is the thing that keeps your money in your bank account rather than in a criminal's. It is the thing that keeps our dams closed and our roads open. Encryption is the only thing that determines whether the medical devices in our hospitals or the ones in your body deliver a therapeutic dose or a fatal one. Encryption saves lives. Encryption protects property. Without it, our economy stops. Our government stops. Everything stops. The challenge is when you create a way that a system can be broken by an outside party, by a third party, that can be used by any third party. It could be the FBI, right? It could be the police going in for a lawful purpose who wants to go in. They want to investigate a case, which none of us would dispute was a good thing in that case. However, it can also be used by anybody else. And there's a problem once you create these keys, these sort of universal unlocking mechanisms that, for example, in the case of San Bernardino. Now, the FBI said Apple had the exclusive technical means to get in this phone. It simply wasn't possible to get in unless they did it. Now, 6 weeks later, they said, oops, we were actually wrong about that, and there was another way, and which is often the case. In fact, in all of the cases that we've seen where this has been a significant technical controversy, they've found a way in because, again, devices today are insecure. Now, this is really the challenge there. You mentioned, for example, these phones didn't used to be encrypted. They used to be able to be broken into much more easily. And now it's a little bit harder, which, many people, particularly surveillance authorities, once they become accustomed to these, the sort of status quo, they begin to feel entitled to it. And they don't have the same balancing of equities that the broader society does because they don't have to deal with the risks of having things stolen from their bank account. They don't have to deal with their identity being stolen. The victims have to do that.